On Hello, people of the tube, and welcome back, finally, to another gaming news with Chris and Brian. And like usual, I'm Chris.
And I'm Brian. What's up?
Okay, so have we got a lot of news for you? Let's start with the non-gaming news of people who's died. First one was Rowdy Roddy Piper, who we missed out because we haven't done one since he's passed away. Of course, you know him from wrestling and classic horror film They Live and Hell Comes to Frogtown. Also, of course, like I said, he was a huge wrestler. Back in the 90s, he did a bunch of the Attitude
In the
Era shit,
80s,
and even before that. Yeah, and in the 80s, he was big too. He
he
had
was
something.
even bigger. He was
Yeah,
the first wrestler to actually do a non wrestling segment, which made the way for more talking segments and what we're now used to in the
no,
modern era.
it was called Piper's Corner or some shit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Piper's
And you
Pit.
would get celebrities and non wrestlers even on this segment and just do wacky stuff. He even hit a guy in the head with a coconut, and that was like the first one, and it was just magic. And since then, they've ripped it off and ripped it off, but that's how wrestling goes.
Hmm. Well, uh, also, of course, tonight, actually, right before we put this video on, the horror meister legend himself, Wes Craven, the creator of Nightmare on Elm Street, The People Under Stairs, Last House on the Left, and other classic horror tales, passed away of brain cancer. It's pretty sad if you're a huge horror fan in general, or if you grew up watching his films like I did.
He will be missed, definitely.
Do what?
He will be missed, definitely.
Yeah, he
But
will be
his
missed.
legacy will live on through his films.
Yeah, he will. His classic films that changed generations and will live on forever. Also, I don't remember if we covered this. It may have been. I mean, it's been a while since we've done one. But if we haven't, Christopher Lee also passed away. Uh, he was also a big horror movie star. Dracula, he was in Star Wars, all kinds of shit. He was knighted by the Queen of England, and he was a big personality in general. Uh, Now, moving on to video games. One of the saddest news for video game fans came when the president of Nintendo, at the age of 56, Mr. Iwata, passed away. Uh, a lot of the Nintendo fans were grieving at this point because uh, with Nintendo's future in the balance, no one really knows where it's going. And to be honest, I haven't checked. So right now, as far as I know, it's in the air. So, oh, okay. So now that we've moved past the death and all that shit, let's move into video game news. Let's get happy. Uh, Recently, they had a big event. You could watch it free on Xbox, where they showed off some new upcoming games and more gameplay of certain games that you may have missed. One of them was Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain, which
I'm
actually comes
excited.
out. Do what?
I'm excited on that.
Yeah, Phantom Pain actually comes out September the 1st, which, if you don't know, is in 2 days. So it's going to be kick ass. They showed more footage of it then. Also, they showed the first reveal trailer for Mafia 3. I was really excited about that.
Hmm.
They showed more footage for the new Crackdown, Fable Legends, and like Just Dance, and there were some other games, Forza, and it was some pretty good announcements at the con. So that was Microsoft. They're doing pretty good. Of course, President Nintendo passed away. Uh, Yoshi's Woolly World, I believe it's coming out very soon, so that's a big release for Nintendo. And also for Nintendo, it turns out that one of their highest selling games in years, and I thought it would sell like shit, but apparently a lot of people liked it, was that Squid Game that I cannot fucking remember the name for the life of me.
Mm.
But it's sold. It's one of the best-selling games that they've had in quite a while. So, and the name of that Squid Game, I went retarded, was Splatoon. Durr.
I'm not even gonna pretend like I knew that.
And I didn't think it'd be a big seller, but it turns out that it saved Nintendo once again. So, Brian, what is happening on the Sony end?
A bunch of weird games. Let's see. We have. Let me get up to the top here. We covered Metal Gear, so I'm not even gonna go into that. We have Armello, which is a pirate game. Then we have Brother, A Tale of Two Sides, in which you save your dying father with your big brother. Who hasn't seen that before?
Hmm.
Danger. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try that. Yeah. Sorry, I can't pronounce half these, and half these are digital. Disney Infinity 3.0, Fat City, which sure Chris has heard of. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that's really weird. And Muppets, among other weirdness. Go Home and Mad Max is probably the most non-weird title I've heard of.
Yeah, Mad Max is releasing very soon, too.
Yeah, but they do have their shit together this month. Thank God. I have
Yeah.
something to talk about. Um, I'm really excited for, of course, Metal Gear. Been a huge fan of Metal Gear since the beginning on PS1. Not gonna go back to Nintendo because I didn't even really know about that until like a couple months ago. I did a review on that, but yeah, big Metal Gear fan, and I'm excited because it always seems to be a good game. Unfortunately, we don't have that exclusively anymore, so it goes to Xbox as well. But yeah, and
Hmm.
there's a zombie Viking game. Told you it's weird shit. Um, yeah, these guys were high when they made the digital video games. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I'm actually glad that you said that about digital because while we're on the subject of digital, I get to announce Xbox's 2 free games this month.
I know they came out with a bunch of free ones too. So I'm gonna get to that while you're doing the Xbox thing.
Well, this month, since we haven't done them in a month or two, was How to Survive Storm Edition, which is a really good zombie game, and Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, which
Oh
is a
my
prequel.
god. Y'all are so lucky. Like, yeah.
Which is the prequel to Phantom
I
Pain.
would kill to get a Metal Gear game free.
Well,
Okay.
we got it free. For Xbox 360, we got Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light, which are great fucking games, and it was good we got those free. This month, or tomorrow, in fact, tomorrow, the next day, in fact, we get Dear God, which is which is an indie game from Steam, and also Tomb Raider Definitive Edition on the X1, which is the 2009 Tomb Raider, 2012, whichever year it came out, the new Tomb Raider game with all the extra content, and it's free. And also for Xbox 360, oh man, what was Crisis 3, and there's another game. I don't remember what it was, but this month is pretty good because
This
do
is
what?
hilarious. Go ahead,
What?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I'm done.
I'm gonna really, really like dig into PlayStation here if I haven't anymore. As like my allegiance like fades every time we do this. Like they, if it's not enough that they make us pay for PlayStation Plus, like they have made us vote on the free games that we want. So while on the Xbox side, y'all get the bunch of like free games. We have to choose one from a list, and they're not even really good. So it's like, oh my god, more
Well,
incentive not to join PlayStation Plus.
we get we get 4 a month if you have a 360. You get 2 on X1 each month, and then you get 2 on 360 each month. So each month, each month you get 4 free games, basically.
That's cool. And I mean, I don't mean to diss PlayStation 4, but PlayStation 4 does piss me off because PS3, the internet was completely free, and then they do this. And then you get the free games, but you have to vote which games you want. It's like, really, you can't give them more than one. It's not like we're paying you or anything. Oh, wait, yeah. But yeah, off of my rant and on to other gaming news.
Well, I would like to make a I don't know what the word would be. Well, I don't know. I think we're at the segment of the show where we watch a horrific movie scene.
Wouldn't it be fitting to watch a movie scene from Elm Street?
Do what?
Wouldn't it be fitting to watch a movie scene from Elm Street?
Yeah, you may be right. It actually would be. I'm glad you said that. Pay our respects.
That's why I'm here.
All right. That is what we will do. We will uh, watch one from Elm Street. Or how about the last? Or how about or how about the Last House on the Left?
That's even better.
All right then.
Let me mute my mic because I'm loud as fuck.
As long as it's one of his films, I think that should be fine.
Alright. And yeah, he was definitely one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
He's made so much stuff though.
Mm. All right. The scene is ready.
And I am going.
All right, everybody. Will you join us for this scene from from his earliest film? So let's watch it.
Is it just me or Bloody Chick's kind of hot?
Do what?
Is it just me or Bloody Chick's kind of hot?
Yeah, I think it's you.
Might be, but yeah.
Did you say younger?
I said might be, but yeah.
Now,
White
calm
boys,
down.
no jailbreak. No.
Calm down, Jared. God damn. Do you like them like you like your sandwich 6 and 12?
Oh, hell. We're trying to eat fresh, man. Don't get no more fresh than that. Fresh
I
off
tell the truth.
the monkey bars.
Christ. Alright, I think that just about does it, actually, for gaming news. I think we've pretty much covered everything. But before we go, one last discussion. There's always been a thing where it talks about kids shows from the 80s and 90s and how shows today don't really compare to those. And let me be the first, well, I'm not the first one to say it, but let me admit it first on here, that I think kids shows now, some of them are actually even better than they were then. I would like to.
Like,
I would like to. Well,
what are we talking about here? Give me an example.
I would like to say that shows like Gravity Falls and Steven Universe, and I'm biting off my nose to spite my face here, are actually better than shows like Rocket Power and other 90s cliche shit that everyone talks about. There's actually a running storyline, the characters are interesting, and there's backstories, and it makes you want to watch it. It's more like an actual show than it is an episodic one-hit wonder.
It's true. I mean, there are stupid shows today, like, caught this one show called Uncle Grandpa, which is completely just utterly what the hell. But I mean, I think that every generation has that. You're gonna have the what the hell shows, like. But I agree with you. Some of the newer stuff is better. But I don't know. It's just basically perspective. I mean, again, 10 years from now, the kids that are younger now are gonna be older and putting their voices in, but it's mainly because like our voices are louder right now because most of them aren't allowed to have YouTube yet.
That's some interesting shit. I would like to say that this is the end of the episode, but YouTube actually just sent me a notification while we were broadcasting telling me that we weren't authorized to watch The Last House on the Left, even if we wanted to pay respects to one of our favorite directors. So, I just have a little small comment for YouTube.
Fuck you.
Fuck. Yeah. Oh, look at that. They did it again. Right here. Right here. Fuck you. You ain't paying me. Fuck you.
It wasn't like the sound was on.
Yeah. And guess what? If they ban this episode, fuck them twice. Guess what? I'm Chris.
And I'm Brian. Fuck you too.
And suck a dick.